Comedy legend Frank Skinner is hitting the road again with his show that dishes 30 years of dirt, as he puts it, on his life in the spotlight.
But Frank isn't even the favourite comedian in his own home. His son, Buzz, has revealed he thinks Alan Carr is funnier.
That's tough.
Ingrate.
I knew that there would be barbs coming from my child as he got older, but I didn't think they'd come this soon and this barbed.
How old is he now?
He's 11.
Oh.
Just the right age group for Alan Carr.
Sharper than the serpent's tooth as a thankless child.
Did you make the mistake of asking him who...
No, he brought it up. I would never dare ask.
So tell us how this conversation came about.
We were watching the telly and a trailer for an Alan Carr thing came up and he said, he's really funny, isn't he, Alan Carr? And I said, yeah. He said, I would say he's funnier than you. And then nothing else was said for about 8 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 8 days.
No, you have to have some recovery, but it was hard. Even telling you now, I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you could say it's a confession, which brings me to the question I've been wanting to ask you for ages since I first heard this story. You went to confession some time ago and almost got into a fist fight with the priest. What happened? Well,
the priest... this was a traumatic event for me, but it was... I went to confession and, you know, knelt in the box, and then the priest thought I was taking a bit too much time over it. You know, I had a lot to get across. And he was really rude to me, so I said, oh, forget it, and I got out...
What did he say?
I got out... He was saying... at one point, he said, just tell me your freaking sins, will you? He was American.
Was it in America, this
No, we had to import him.
just tell me your freaking
Our priests aren't threatening enough, apparently. So I could say it was actually traumatic for me, but anyway, looking back on it, I got out, and I got out the box, he got out his side of the box, and his fists were clenched, and he said, get back in the box, like some terrible ventriloquist act. I don't want to go back in the box. I didn't say that. But I said, you're going to hit me? He actually looked like... And there was people in the queue. I don't know if you've any Catholic background, but you queue up, you know, for confession, and you're not supposed to see each other. All the rules had been broken. It was terrifying.
Did you get back in?
I did go back in.
And did he absolve you?
He did absolve me.
I can't imagine you were in quite the right mood after that for an honest and intimate and tender confession.
I was very upset after. I was close to tears because you're very vulnerable in the confession box.
Would you like to make a formal complaint?
No, I'm going to...
Just talk about it on TV.
Exactly, yeah. Well, you brought it up. I don't go around telling my nightmare confession story very often.
Have you had any others?
No, all the rest have been fantastic and very uplifting, and I leave feeling very cleansed.
Do you feel genuinely... I mean, I'm not a Catholic, but do you genuinely feel better after a confession?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It really helps, does it?
You can imagine your soul going to the gym. You know that feeling in the gym when you're in the shower and you've done it all and you think, oh, yeah, it's like that, but, like, internally.
That's interesting. And are you ruthlessly honest? Do you confess everything that you should?
Yeah. Wow. Otherwise, what's the point?
And do you have to trust the person you're speaking to?
Am I only a plugging confession?
Well, OK, well, let's turn our attention to...
Why don't you try a confession?
Yes.
It's really good.
I think it's sort of fascinating,
It is fascinating.
though, isn't
I know
it?
people think it's weird and strange, but... yes, you go and you pour it out, and you can't see him usually, although you do get open. The last one I did, it was just me and a priest sitting in a room.
Some people do therapy, some people do confession. Some people go on tour and share it with thousands of...
It's cheaper than therapy, by the way.
Thousands of people.
Yes, exactly.
And that's what you're doing?
Well, I'm doing 2 weeks in the West End, first 2 weeks in February.
OK.
In the Shaftesbury Avenue at the Gielgud Theatre, and then I'm going everywhere.
Marvellous.
I'm going across Britain, March, April, May.
And you share... Do you bare your soul to your audience?
Well, I bear quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's not really a show with a message, mine. It's a show with jokes.
Well, what do you define as dirt, then? What's the dirt thing?
Well, I'm talking about the fact that I used to be a very dirty comedian indeed, and I'm fighting that.
In what particular
way? I'm
way?
fighting it unsuccessfully. So it still leaks in like water leaking into a sinking ship. So
you mean that you used to be a little... ribald and uncouth.
What happens
the language was probably...
This is how it starts. You start off with the show that's got dirty bits and clean bits, and then the audience like the dirty bits better, and after you've done about 10 shows, the clean bits have all gone. This time I've tried to hold on to a few. But, yeah, I really like doing it, and I like making people laugh.
Brilliant.
You still get a kick out of it, don't you?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the best job ever.
Oh, well, that's a brilliant tribute.
I mean, this is a great job, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, it's not in the same league as being a stand-up, let's face it.
Well, I do think sometimes we do make people laugh, but not necessarily intentionally.
Well, you know, my dog barks at you, Richard, when you're on the telly. I think that's the sort of animal laughter. My partner said, "Do you want this video of Poppy barking at Richard?" And I said, "No, I don't think you'll like that."
Oh, I will.
Oh,
No.
We'll all enjoy
I have no pride. Send it in. I'd love to say it.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of lost in her tone. The dog, I mean, not the partner.
Frank, great to see you. Thank you
Nice to see
so
you,
much.
Frank.
Thank you.